Welcome back to Stoic Forge. If you're new here, we turn ancient Stoic wisdom into modern-day superpowers. Last time we uncovered 5 Stoic secrets to crush anger. Link in description if you missed it. Today, we're going deeper. Because anger control is just one piece of the puzzle. True power comes from total discipline, the kind that built empires. So let's begin. In our last video, we talked about pausing when anger strikes. But Stoics take this further. They pause before every impulse. Imagine this. It's 108 AD. Emperor Hadrian insults Epictetus for being lame. The crowd expects rage. But Epictetus just smiles and says, "If a donkey kicked me, would I sue it? Then why sue a fool?" Close your eyes. Picture this. It's 170 AD. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, ruler of the Roman Empire, sits alone at his writing desk. Outside his tent, war rages, plague spreads, betrayal lurks. Yet in his private journal, later called Meditations, he writes not of fear but of discipline. "You have power over your mind," he says, "not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is Stoicism, not passive resignation, but unshakable self-mastery, forged in the fires of adversity, tested across centuries, and today, it's yours. In this video, we'll dive deep into 7 Stoic rules that transform weakness into willpower. These aren't theories. These are battle plans from history's greatest minds. Let's begin. Rule 1. The pause between impulse and action. Epictetus, born a slave, crippled by his master, became one of history's wisest teachers. His secret? One revolutionary habit. The pause. Imagine this scene. A Roman senator insults Epictetus in public. The crowd gasps, but Epictetus just smiles. Later, when asked why he didn't react, he says, "If someone told me my body was weak, I wouldn't be offended. Why then should I care if they say my character is weak?" Here's how to practice this today. When anger, lust, or laziness strikes, pause for 10 seconds. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is this reaction necessary? Will this help me grow? What would Marcus Aurelius do? This space between impulse and action, that's where discipline is born. Rule 2. The obstacle is the way. Winter, 168 AD. The Danube River freezes over. 10,000 Germanic warriors cross to attack Rome. Emperor Marcus Aurelius could have panicked. Instead, he writes in his journal, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He turns crisis into opportunity, training his troops in winter warfare, innovating new tactics, ultimately securing victory. Your application? When facing obstacles, physical, pain, fatigue, say, "This is my training." Mental, failure, rejection. Ask, "What can I learn?" Emotional, fear, anxiety. Declare, "This is my chance to grow." The obstacle isn't just something to overcome, it's the exact tool you need to forge discipline. Rule 3. The Stoic Circle of Control. Let's do an exercise together. Imagine 2 concentric circles. Inner circle, control. Your thoughts, actions, values, habits. Outer circle, no control. Other people, past events, outcomes, luck. Now think of yesterday. How much time did you waste in the outer circle? Worrying about gossip, stressing over traffic, obsessing over likes? The Stoics called this living in externals. It's the fastest way to drain your discipline. Your training, each morning, physically. Draw this circle. When stressed, ask, which circle is this in? If it's outer, release it. This simple practice saved Seneca when Emperor Nero turned against him. It can save you too. Rule 4. Iron sharpens iron. Student. Master Musonius. How do I build discipline? Musonius Rufus. Tell me, how does iron sharpen iron? Student. By friction, by striking against each other. Musonius. Exactly. So why do you flee from hardship? The Stoics didn't just endure discomfort, they courted it. Cato the Younger wore dirty robes in public. Zeno shipwrecked himself to test resilience. Seneca practiced poverty, despite his wealth. Your modern training. Regimen physical. Cold showers, fasting, barefoot walking. Mental. Digital detox. Difficult reading. Social. Seek criticism, not praise. Discipline isn't built in comfort. Rule 5. Memento Mori. In ancient Rome, when a general returned victorious, he received a grand parade, but behind him stood a slave, whispering in his ear, Respice post te, hominem te memento. Look behind. Remember you are but a man. The Stoics took this further. They kept skulls on their desks, wrote letters about death. Why? Not to be morbid, but to awaken urgency. Right now and ask yourself, if I died tonight, would today have mattered? What am I postponing that deserves my best energy? Who needs the best version of me today? This isn't pessimism. It's your most powerful motivator. As Seneca wrote, we die daily. Little by little, our life is taken from us. Don't wait. Act now. Rule 6. The twice-daily audit. Marcus Aurelius's journal wasn't inspiration. It was his military debrief every morning. Trier. Premeditatio malorum. What challenges might arise today? Intentions. How will I meet them with virtue? Every evening. Review. Where did I fail? Where did I succeed? Lessons. What will I improve tomorrow? Rule 7. The Mind Fortress. Your mind is under siege. Every ping, ad, and headline wants to breach your walls. The Stoics predicted this 2,000 years ago. Epictetus warned, if you don't set boundaries, the world will set them for you. Your defense strategy. Input control. Unfollow toxic accounts. Use website blockers. Mental armor. Morning meditation, even 2 minutes. Emergency protocol. When overwhelmed, ask, would a Stoic let this in? This is non-negotiable. As Marcus wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Guard your gates. These 7 rules built empires. Now they're yours, but knowledge without action is nothing. So here's your mission. Pick one rule. Apply it ruthlessly for 7 days. Then return and share your victory in the comments. This is Stoic Forge, where discipline transforms potential into power. Until next time, Vale, be strong. If you've watched both this and our anger video, you're seeing the full picture. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about transforming them into power. Your next step? Pick one rule from today and one from last video, maybe pause plus journal. Combine them. Watch your discipline soar. Drop a comment with your combo below, and if you want YouTube to recommend these videos to others, like, subscribe and hit the bell. This is Stoic Forge, where we don't just talk about strength, we build it. Until next time, Vale, be strong.